under the patronage of Seon / his unwanted invitation. Having arrived at the gala, the group found that the invitation was only good for one attendant, as they were informed by a snooty master of ceremonies. They, thanks to some quick talking and bribery from Eli, were able to gain entrance into the gala, where they were immediately assaulted with stares of curiosity and interest, to almost like a performative degree. After ditching weapons and armor at the armor at the beginning for fancy clothes, and weapons at the weapon check booth, the group entered this gala, where they were all intermittently sidetracked by their own individual pursuits. Eli found Dartress among the goers of this gala, intended to have strong words with her, but instead had a very strongly intimate moment in a different part of the gala altogether.
It's complicated.
Definitely complicated.
Lyra struck up some conversation with the woodworker's brother, who appeared to be guild master
Santa.
for a very prestigious guild within the city itself. And
Guild of Laborers.
Huh?
The Guild
of Labor. Yeah, I got it right here.
I should probably have notes.
Yeah, Lyra struck up some conversation with Gultullin Spinewhip, guild master of the Guild of Labor, brother to the woodworker that Lyra has been low-key assisting with providing children in the city with hand-carved toys. And did get a glimpse of what might have been her sister at the gala, but did not pursue that line of intrigue.
Why are you trying to kill me?
Hunter was met by a very dapper, handsome, well-dressed boss who led her above the heights of the mansion proper in a dance on the air before being rudely interrupted by some sort of relation of bosses who, after I believe you actually took damage from that.
I did. He hurt me.
Who, after inflicting some level of mental damage onto Hunter,
Mental damage.
It's rude.
Was quickly interrupted by Boss, left with Boss, with the promise of playing some fun games, and left Hunter alone on the the balcony overlooking the city, alone.
Didn't even have time to properly mourn, be dramatic on the balcony by myself.
Thorgan overheard some whispers at the gala itself. Well, actually, first Thorgan met a woman who asked him for some stories that he could tell her.
Right. Yes.
With
nice.
Her and a compatriot of hers quizzed him, just asking for some interesting stories of his adventures and travels abroad, and anything new that he could bring to the circle of their common knowledge. After entertaining this woman and her companion for a little bit at the gala, Thorgan overheard a conversation between some whispered noblemen about a private auction happening in a separate room in the back of the gala. Just curious, Thorgan tailed these two individuals, found that they used a secret door to enter a private chamber in the back of the gala, where a private auction was about to start. During the start of this private auction, the art pieces seemed to come alive. The patrons were forcibly sucked into what seemed to be paintings of their likenesses, and then offloaded out through the back door via statues that came alive. Thorgan didn't really have much time to explore this one before being assaulted by some animated suits of armor. And during this whole conflict, quite a few pieces of art came alive. One painting tried to suck Lyra into its landscape, but Lyra resisted that effect. Several statues joined the battle. A lot of finely crafted sculptures were shattered by this group of ne'er-do-wells. And
No. They turned alive.
do you hate art?
Yes. Yes, I do. I hate all of this.
And during the midst of this chaos, Dartress attempted to make herself scarce, but with a little persuasion from Eli, could be tempted to part with a dagger that she left him at his feet, or more or less thrown at him. And as the battle is reaching a climax, our intrepid adventurers were reunited with Tarlith Orthronus, the Lord of...
Dad.
Split.
The Lord Dad.
Lord Dad.
Lord Dad.
The Split, who lended some of his assistance in wrapping up the battle. Shortly after which, the town guard quickly descended upon the scene on their mounted flying units. Flying units. I have to look this up again. I'm like, what are these things fucking called again? It's been a while. Flying hippogriffs. The Sky Wardens arrived. As they arrive on the scene, they met your group as you guys were exiting the foyer on the steps of the building itself. And that is where we will begin our adventure anew. As you guys are exiting this raised gala, followed by a group of chefs and cooks that you were able to spare from the kitchen when Thorkin had a last stand with several of the cooking staff
You fought valiantly.
behind the barricaded door. One of which was one of Hunter's old rivals from school. Actually, two of which. And as you guys exit, hold on, it reminds me I need to get one thing up here.
It's sunglasses.
Francine and Amaryl. There they are.
You can go grab them.
Francine and Amaryl.
I know we don't do a shade.
Sorry, he'll be fine in like
Yeah, so
half
we've
an
got
hour.
to sit.
Yeah. You could also sneak into the corner if you want. Okay. Just praying for the sun to go away.
Right. Yeah.
It's gonna work.
One second.
How dare you take a second to craft this story that I'm emotionally invested in.
Stop pressuring me!
No, I'm saying
No,
I
I'm
don't
kidding.
understand
Don't anger
how
God.
you've made this.
I'm just kidding.
I'm there.
You're
You're stressing me out just talking about it today. I was like, oh my god.
I lost Lyra's pen.
Okay, I got it. Alright.
Triggering me saying my name. Like, what's wrong? What's happened?
Just lost you. Don't worry.
Oh,
no
don't
big
say
deal.
That.
It's fine. You can be.
Just make a copy of it.
Okay.
No. What color was I?
You were a weird blue color, but if you have a blue color like that, any blue that's not this shiny blue will suffice for now.
Okay.
And Eli's pen color died, so
Oh no.
Eli switched out to shiny blue, which is kind of nice. It's a little bit easier to see than the bright blue.
I have either of these blues.
Let me see here. I might get up another.
Really very jelly pens.
Hold on, so I'm going between two tabs here, so I might have to get up
This
another.
one probably fits your original color a little bit better. Yeah. Gracias.
No problem.
Let me get this other one on. So I have
Oh
Come on.
man.
Moravia. That's the city capital. There we
That
go.
is the capital.
It is the
You
mythical
guys
Capital
are
is a
in
name?
the capital of Moravia, the elusive capital.
Yeah. Only took us 40 sessions to
40
get
sessions.
there.
It took us 3 years.
And he immediately died.
Hate this place. I'm going home.
Death party in the
It's not
capital.
worth it.
Morgan's just actually done. He's like, okay, did the one thing that I set out to do, which was bring Hunter to the
Yep,
capital.
mission accomplished. Almost died in the process. Peace.
Classic.
We out.
You almost died so many times in the process, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as you guys are exiting down these grand stairs onto the courtyard in front of this massive estate, like several griffins start circling down and landing on the sidewalk ahead of you. You see some armored mounted guards jump off of the saddles, come running up to you guys, start hands on the hilts of their weapons, ready for some sort of action. Led by a woman, seems to be a human female woman with hair loosely put up into a top knot, as she comes leading a group of these guards over. She'll kind of survey your motley fucked up crew.
No, we look beautiful. Our clothes are not even torn, even a little bit.
We're definitely the fucked up ones coming out of the action scene.
Seems to look over you rather dismissively and turns to Lord Arthronus, also in your presence, and with a gruff, kind of heavier accent that you can kind of place in the northern reaches, goes, Tarlith, explain. We've received a summons to this place. We've heard there's been a disturbance. You see Tarlith kind of, it's fine. Everything's fine. We, well, for
We handle it.
there's it's not really fine, actually. I think some things I've left in a very brief stasis in there, and they're going to come awake really quickly, so we should actually dispatch those pretty quickly. You do recall that he did cast a spell of some sort that puts some in a very brief trance that enabled you to finish off the last bits. So as he's making this note, the guard goes, how many? What is the number? What is their ilk? And he goes, they're statues, actually. So I would just break them. Just break them, knock them down, smash them, do something of that kind, because they're gonna come awake. They're moving. They're stabbing people. And as he's describing this, she doesn't even stop to interrupt him. She just waves two fingers forward. A few guards peel off from the group and move into the house, in which shortly after you hear just a cacophony of smashing and battering of things, and he goes, maybe I should specify which statues.
Oh my god! We don't hate art, they hate art. They're worse.
At this point, the guard kind of turns to the whole group and goes, all of you, come with me. There are questions that need to be asked at this point, and paperwork that needs to be filled out. And she'll kind of turn to Tarlith and just kind of in a lower voice be I need more details, Tarlith. What is happening? And so they'll kind of start moving ahead. Guards will sort of flank your sides. Not terribly threatening, but with enough of a show of force that it's insinuated that you're going to follow along with the rest of the group.
We're gonna follow anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, Thorgan, if someone tries to lead him, push him, he shrugs him off and just kind of limps along, leading. It's just fucking
Nice.
off again.
All right.
Are you still? I thought you were following some. I thought you followed the people at the back.
Did we all meet up at the end? Am I with you guys?
I don't know.
You guys all met up
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
at
that's
the
right.
very end.
I was in the
Yeah.
back, and eventually.
And you were in the foyer,
Yeah.
where the last
Foyer.
statues got the foyer.
Oh my god.
Where the last statues got
All I remember is Hunter climbing through the
Dazzled, more or
sharded
less.
window and doing it poorly.
Okay.
I did climb through a
Alright,
little window.
Yeah, and it was not good.
Glass everywhere.
Yeah.
He tried to break through like an action hero, it didn't work.
Yeah.
It's on brand for him.
You look very owie there, Thorgan. While we're walking,
Yeah, I've been better.
I'll just grab your arm and be and I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
See if we can get you feel a little bit better.
As you guys are walking, a short, gnomish figure, kind of hard to, they look like a gnome, they've got ears poking out that are pretty pointy from underneath a big thick helm, that covers most of their face, but with all intimidating metal where they speak with a rather jovial tone, oh, hello. I'm just taking some inventory, making sure, a list of the dead and the alive. What is your name, please?
Lyra.
Lyra. Excellent. You?
Elysium.
Elysia.
She was
Okay.
gonna ask if we were
Thorgan.
dead or alive.
Thorgan. Oh. Let's see the infirmary.
Alive.
Credence, Hunter, it's lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you as well. Okay, I will make sure these documents are in order. Just paperwork, as you understand. Okay. Well, if you don't mind just following the the main procession to the barracks, we'll take a quick assessment of your injuries, and we'll go from there. Okay.
I would just also like to make sure that we can gather our that our stuff is not lost. The coat check at the gala, we had to drop some
already
stuff off.
collected evidence.
Perfect.
Already collected.
I don't know if that's
With that, the short individual kind of scampers off and continues taking some sort of chart inventory of people. As you guys are progressing down like these stone, like pink marble-esque kind of stone streets towards this greater barracks, one of the things that really sticks out to you about it is it seems attached to like some sort of amalgamation of what seems to be at once like a cathedral, but also like a forge of some sort. There's like a great smokestack like erupting with like fumes from an ever busy hearth, it seems like, at the center of this big establishment. But the architecture is less like stark and impersonal and more like very ornate, like with carvings and gargoyle heads and like these ornate buttresses kind of coming out that gives it almost like a cathedral-esque presence. If anyone wants to give me a quick history check, you
Beautiful
can.
prison.
I don't think I know history. I don't think. No, I don't know shit about history, which makes sense.
Do we have to have proficiency to roll?
For this, no.
I also don't care.
A massive 8.
Yeah. 8.
But Thorgan, you know everything.
Never been to the capital.
But
You guys
still
dragged
know
me here.
everything.
Okay.
Capital's
Is
not the
8
woods.
the highest we got?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. The structure is a bit of a mystery to you all. Like, it
Mystery
looks
structure.
like it should be a forge, looks like it should be a church, looks like it's a little bit of both, but they're, like, kind of connected alongside it. They're leading you around to the like, this longer corridor kind of jutting out from the side and wrapping around, that has some, like, attached stables with, like, different mounts being cared for, and, like, more towards the center, there's a big step of like staircase that leads you up into this big kind of like stone fortress looking barracks. As you enter, give me 1 second here.
I just realized it. Imagine if I had rolled just for the hell of it and rolled really well. My architecture.
Your architecture.
My architecture could have kept going,
Yeah.
but no, I don't care.
Okay, give me
I
a
don't
second
care about
here.
building.
We're going to the jail right now.
I give Marshall some scritches because
I
Marshall
care
did
about
not
the-
die during that battle.
No,
and
he
he is
didn't.
still here with us.
He's still here with us.
Give me 1 second here. I'm just looking at your stats.
We're very stacked. Very statted.
Oh man.
Are you, Marshall? That's right. I knew he had it. It's Marshall the Third.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
fancy Marshall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the wings.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a very gorgeous Marshall.
Thorgan, give me a perception check.
Oh, okay.
Could be.
Don't perceive we're getting locked up, please.
Oh, that's not good. That is. Thorgan's out of it. Let me see. That's still an 11 though.
An 11?
Yeah.
You have the very barest instinct that has been honed in you for years that you're being watched. like there's a lot of passerbys and they're kind of giving you off glances, but this one feels a lot more direct, a lot more targeted. You kind of feel like you can pinpoint it off to the side, like by some of these corner shops that you're passing. But when you look, you don't see anything.
Okay, Thorgan just feels a little bit of a chill looking around. He's paranoid. But he doesn't want to say anything to... I'm not going to say anything to the rest of the party because we're surrounded by guards.
Okay. As you guys
Totally
are
fine.
brought in, the interior is like still stone, some tapestries kind of covering the walls to keep some of the heat in, with a big kind of roaring fire at the center, and like what seems to be like a sort of like hangout area, like with some tables, some like abandoned card games strewn here and there. There's like a crude dartboard off to the side with some darts kind of left in it. So it almost seems like this is kind of like a big like hall of some sort as part of the focal entry. You see a few like guardsmen kind of loitering at tables and speaking in hushed conversations. They'll kind of spare you guys a glance as you move on through, along with like accompanied with a lot of the attendees of this event. And then as you are brought off to the side, you enter down this side corridor that gets a little bit more narrow, a little like it almost seems like a little bit architecturally old, like you know how like some places have like kind of like lower ceilings, so you feel like you have to stoop a little bit here. And as you're walking down this side corridor, they kind of usher you off into another chamber that seems to be some sort of infirmary. There are several like medically dressed individuals with like just some instruments and some like tonics and different things like that, like on shelves kind of around the area. They'll immediately come up and start like kind of looking at like some of the cooks and wait staff, and then a few will come up and look at you. Some will like give you a little more particular attention. And like at one point you hear like one of these like men who's a half elf be like, "Is this a fucking sword?" like is this a sword or something like under his breath. Like kind of like inspecting one of the gashes that you took from one of those armored like animated suits of armor that had attacked you at the gala. As you guys are having like some of your wounds dressed and attended to, you have like a little moment to like kind of talk and reconvene amongst yourselves at like kind of in between, like they'll attend to you guys and then kind of break away and start looking at some of the other like cook staff, wait staff, one of which like has like a bleeding gash on their head, so they're kind of ministering to that. So you guys find yourself with like a brief respite in between to sort of reconnect and reconvene.
So, not to ruin the party, but I'm pretty sure I saw Slyra.
Really? On
Pretty
top,
confident.
I don't
on
think
top
that's what
of
ruined the party.
paintings sucking in souls and statues coming alive.
Alright,
Yeah,
I know that
also-
that's important, but guys, boss was there and then he wasn't there.
Wow, wild. Nothing
I
happened to
know.
me.
That's what he does. He always does that.
I know, but he was here and we were dancing and it was beautiful and it was in the sky.
Did he cause
You were in
any
the
of this?
sky?
Was he part
Yes,
of
we were
In the
dancing. It
clouds?
was so romantic, Thorgan.
Okay, but also,
Then he just
did he
vanished?
cause any of this, or did he
No, I think his brother or his cousin showed up and then was just being really mean, give me a big headache, and then was threatening me, so boss left with him to go teach him a lesson.
Okay, but his sister sucked last time, so like...
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was rough. They don't get along.
yeah.
Okay, but the paintings seemed separate, I think?
Yeah, it seems like if Boss wanted to do something, it would.
If boss
No,
It's
not...
easier for
I don't
him.
think
Yeah.
Boss would have done it, but
I've
like,
got words
all
for him
of
if
these
that's the
siblings
case.
he has don't seem great.
I mean, your sibling's not very great either, so okay, you can't really point fingers.
Just say looks good. Okay.
Okay, I just think it's really
The
convenient.
little halfling nurse
Boss's
scurries
sibling-
away, making some notes in a medical chart.
It's really convenient. Boss's sibling, my sibling, and paintings all showed up. Are we that unlucky?
Well, I mean, it was a very nice party.
Yeah. Look at our clothes aren't even ruined even a little bit.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Look at it's all like
Yeah,
I mean, she like picks up your shirt. There's like a big gash on there, but it's just like there's no hole.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, I'm fine. It was a great party. Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. No, guys,
But do big parties usually have that?
have what?
I don't know,
Statue
multiple
fights like
fucking
that?
problems.
Well, I'm just saying.
Well, yes,
usually,
there's always a problem somewhere.
If that's the
usually a lot
culture
of
here, I
people
don't
like
want to be a
go
part
to
of it.
Parties.
Yeah, there's like you
Just 'cause
know
you're
like
evil doesn't mean you don't like to attend galas.
for sure. Jesus Christ.
Did we attend an evil gala by accident?
No.
What is Sam getting us into? It was his invitation. It should have been him there.
Wait, didn't someone try?
Yeah,
The
I sent
slime.
a message to Seon last session.
No. The slime tried to
The message was,
kill or
party
be
you
Seon?
sent us to was a trap. We are in deep shit. You or Odie, please help. We are going to die. Statues everywhere. I think when I was isolated from you guys. I was throwing out prayers. I was using Boromir's horn. I was using the message of Seon Rock. I was on all chat, like, save me.
Thor gets drunk testing at the gala.
Fucking
Sorry,
please
can you just
respond.
read that one last time?
Yeah. Party you sent us to was a trap. We're in deep shit. You or Odie, please help. We're going to die. Statues everywhere. Fuck.
Love
Statues
everywhere. Nothing about them attacking, just
Honestly,
their
it
statues.
sounds like you're high. Like, fucking statues.
Yeah, man, fucking says paintings are moving.
Like you had a great time. He's
Like,
like,
not high, like acid trip. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Like bad LSD trip. Think
Bad
I'm gonna
LSD
die.
trip.
Yeah.
Seon's not coming down.
Sam's like looking at his phone like, ah.
I mean, at least we started off with party you sent us to as a trap.
You just put statues everywhere at the art gala.
Immediately
How
blaming Seon.
dare.
It was a trap. You sent us here to die.
You're our ex-father, and this is what you've
My
done
God.
to us.
Oh, so we have a real father back. It's okay. We don't need Seon anymore.
Oh
We don't
my
need stepdad.
We don't
No.
need step.
I don't need you anymore.
Drunk texting your ex-father.
Oh my God.
Because your
It's all
other
your
father's at the party. Other father's at the
All
party.
your fault.
Yeah. Shows how much you care about us.
Amazing.
Damn, that was so
fuck.
good. Wow.
I was like, wait, there was a rock mess? I mean, there probably was, and it was so long ago, I don't remember.
Also, you
Yeah,
probably
I had
let
no
Seon's
notes.
not answering
Oh, it
that.
doesn't matter. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
If we were gonna,
It's
we would have
done.
been long dead by the time he could get to us, anyways. It's,
I want to like inscribe that into something.
Like, just put it in the wall, piece of wall, like,
Oh, can I carve that into the cart?
statues everywhere.
Statues everywhere.
Fucking hate statues. Never trust one to get in my life.
everywhere.
We're getting a lot of trust issues. We don't like doors. We don't like statues.
Don't like
Oh
mosquitoes.
my God.
Speaking of
Yeah.
trust issues, guys, I swear I'm not being paranoid, but I'm like, guys, I'm not paranoid. I am not crazy. But I think I have a sense that we're being watched, and it's not just because we're in the Capitol and there's a million people watching us. Like,
Darling,
actually,
lift your arms up above the head. But full range of motion, please. Good. All right.
Yeah,
Make some
yeah.
shots.
yeah.
Okay, Slimer makes you feel watched. I'm just saying.
She leaves the slime.
Does she? Is that it?
She's trying to help us, but not right now. Yes! Like, she's always in the freaking corner of your eye. She's always, like, right in the back.
So she's the one watching us.
I don't know, I'm just saying.
I don't know. It was on the way
Of
in.
all the people watching us, she's the most sneaky about it.
She can transform. It was on the way in. It was before here. It was like some windows or something.
Yeah,
you could
dude,
hide
and I
out.
didn't catch
I
her.
don't know.
I fucking saw her and left.
It's just intuition.
wasn't-
I didn't see.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
No, that's how I feel when she's around. Like, I got a glance of her and immediately, like, went the other way, so, like,
Nope.
yeah. Like, it's not 1,000% sure, but it's like, I'm pretty fucking sure. I'm sure. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. I just don't think we're out of the woods yet.
No!
I'd rather be in the woods than here right now. But just get me out of the fucking.
No,
camp.
because think about it. Weren't the slimes trying to take over Seon or something? Yeah, someone took over Seon.
One was Sam.
To like murder him? And then he was conveniently invited to the party where more slime was and other things that might be unrelated? Yeah. What if it was a giant slime party and the paintings are slime? I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Wait, the paintings were slimes?
No, but they were a problem. The slimes could have hired the paintings.
Did you guys see the paintings? Oh,
Yeah,
you
they were
yeah, one
gorgeous.
tried to eat me.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
less gorgeous
You ever
when
want
he
to
was
be like
trying
a
to
part?
kill
It's so
you.
gorgeous. You want to be like a part of it.
I
Like,
mean-
go into that world because that's what they were doing.
I mean, it's really fun to pose for paintings.
Yeah, but
Yeah, to like, see your likeness captured onto the canvas.
I almost
Is it
got
fun to pose?
captured.
You have to stay there still for so long.
It's
No.
worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
God, I would never.
No.
Flashes back to crossing the river with the guy.
Still forever. So someone sat down and made you a painting of you guys during all of that?
No, we
No.
were attacked by paintings. The paintings came to life, along with the statues, everywhere.
Yeah, I followed people through a secret door, and there was like a secret auction happening.
What?
And yeah, I know.
Are we
I
at the
saw.
gala?
Yeah, no,
It
but
was, like, way in
the
the
other
back.
paintings came to life later.
Later, yeah.
Yeah.
But those paintings were sucking in the people, like becoming a part.
Wait,
of
did
the
they
painting.
take the dude? Did they take Santa's brother?
I
I think he was the first.
honestly, Lyra, so much happened. I don't remember. I had bigger issues.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But also,
Yeah.
like, we didn't kill the paintings. What happened to those people? Are they just gone?
They I think they're still in the painting realm.
We should
Yeah.
probably
I
tell
don't know.
someone about that. To like,
So they don't stab
Yeah.
the paintings that are on the walls if they're people.
They just said statues, so they're just destroying every statue in there, I think.
yeah, which no one was turned to a statue,
So
right?
again, you would
Yeah.
remember that the statues came alive and started taking the paintings off the walls and like leaving with them to the back.
Oh shit.
It looks like a kidnapping.
Oh, guys. Oh, okay. No, it's coming back. Sorry, I was,
I'll cut you some slack. 'Cause
dying.
it's been like six months.
It's been like 9
Yeah,
months.
like
It's
9
been like
months.
9 months. Yeah. It's been a
It
while.
was trauma,
Oh, wow.
okay?
Yeah, it's coming back. The auction, the statues were coming to life and picking up the paintings off the walls and walking out with them out the back.
Ooh. Should
And
we
it was just too many of them. I wasn't gonna go in there.
tell someone about that?
Yeah. Someone we can trust though.
Yes.
Dad.
Someone who's not a slime.
Do we have a code word with Dad?
We should.
We had the
We
friendship
should.
bracelet.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah, but
only
Dad
for
didn't
us.
have a friendship bracelet.
No.
I have a thing that it's a raven statue that Dad gave us at the beginning of everything that we've just been holding on in my pocket because it looks really pretty. But anyways, you tell it to go somewhere and it'll take a message to someone. If we say, please go to Lord Tarleth, and it goes to him, then it's him, and if it doesn't, then it's a slime.
Hopefully, the raven statue is
Brilliant.
smarter.
Would,
I
it,
don't
would this
know
slime
how
be able
smart
to?
it is.
Yeah. We'd have to.
I mean, statues have just proven pretty smart,
Do
so
you have DMG?
let's fucking go.
DMG, no.
Do this.
I have to look that thing up again.
Do the slimes inherit memory?
Don't
Do you know?
Yeah,
since you're
that
cursed.
was the whole thing.
The slimes
Yeah, that was the
will
whole
remember-
thing. They were in the church and they suck your memory,
Yeah.
and then eventually you
Yeah,
die
You,
for
you
some
did
reason.
identify that one.
Yeah.
And it's a figurine of Wondrous Power.
Wondrous.
Yeah, Silver Raiden.
Yes.
One.
I have it all typed up in my little note card.
But yes,
Okay.
they
I was
take your
gonna-
memories too.
I was gonna ask like, oh, what's
But I
something
think
that
that-
only the real Tarleth would know?
I
but-
think it has to like
Okay.
hang out
Has
with you
animal
enough.
messenger thread.
Because I think that's what it was doing in the church. It was like keeping them alive long enough to get more of their memories.
Gotcha. Yeah, like siphoning it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can specify a location and recipient.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's probably the best we've got.
Sounds like a
I think that means I need to go
Good
find
plan to
my
me.
backpack.
Okay.
We do need our stuff
We need
back.
all of our stuff.
Can we like not split up ever again right now?
Yeah,
at the moment?
no. One tavern in room.
Okay.
We're not splitting
Yeah,
up.
but okay.
We're piling it
You
up.
say it like that. But as soon as we got into that gala, it was interesting how all you assholes ran away immediately. I saw more of Slyra than you guys. I'm just saying.
You know how I am with secret passages and doors.
And Boss showed up. When
It wasn't you. You technically were the problem with you because you just left.
Something was. I saw.
She had
something.
Boss is boss.
Yeah.
There was some
She
interesting
was in
art.
she got abducted into the sky.
You literally said
It
you
was
were going to
so
confront her,
romantic.
and that was it. And then you went off
Who'd you
dancing.
confront? Ooh, did you get into a fight? Besides the big fight that we were all
Oh, did you
It
leave so
was-
fast that you didn't see? He found Dartress.
Dartress was there.
And he fucking danced with her instead of talking to her.
The plot thickens.
Well,
Yeah.
Did Lyra see that?
Yes.
Yeah. I
No,
think she
because
did.
I was.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was fucking stalking him because I was trying to
remember
keep
that.
us together.
I
That
remember.
was all I was trying to do
And
was
then
keep us together.
And then Santa's dad got firmly in the way.
Yeah, he like literally had to like plant himself in my way. But also you all ran off first anyway, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
I was like, sure, I'll talk to Santa's dad or brother because everything sucks anyway.
I think Hunter got 10 feet in and was like, oh, there's Boss.
Yeah, you left, which you were safe enough. You had boss.
I think that was when I was telling
You
my
should know
story.
better.
You found Dartress?
How's
Yeah.
she doing?
You didn't kill her?
seemed pretty good. Well,
Is the soap business good?
she was actually able to get me a knife, which helped me live. Yeah, I think she was there to steal some stuff. I don't know if she got it. She probably
was she?
did.
Wow. Weird.
I don't know if what she was gonna steal was like the stuff that came alive.
She happened to have a drinking horn on her.
Oh fuck.
Um,
Yeah! I should be angry about a
Yeah.
lot of things right now.
I don't.
Because I think
Think
that drinking
so.
horn belongs to
I
Lara.
don't.
If I remember right.
I can't quite remember if she had a drinking horn.
Just tapping my foot angrily.
Yeah, too preoccupied with other stuff
Her-
here. Yeah.
Her hair was different.
My
Important
fucking
things.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, fucking Dartress.
As you guys are wrapping up this conversation, the doors suddenly
No.
open, and you see this guard that you had seen earlier, like the tall, like sort of like broad woman come in. She does one quick sweep, eyes lock on you, and says, "You four, come with me." And she doesn't really wait for a response. She just turns and starts walking out.
Oh god, I can't go back to jail.
We're not going to jail.
We're not going to jail.
We're not going to jail.
I can't go back.
I did my time.
Let's go.
That's so
bought
funny.
new
'Cause
boots.
for a second, I forgot you went
I
to
bought you
jail.
new boots.
New boots were purchased.
Word bird.
New boots. And she's walking down this corridor with you guys. You soon notice that a few guards come up behind to flank the back end and like prevent further retreat back into the infirmary.
I don't care. I'm ready to
She's
murder.
pretty silent, walking with like a heavy, quick stride that like you kind of have to pick up your feet a little bit to keep up. She's just got very tall, very long strides, especially for a human. As you guys are kind of following up behind, she opens up a heavy iron door and motions for you to like head into this kind of like circular atrium sort of space. There's really only like one individual there. Seems to be some sort of high elf, not Tyrlith, but he seems older, has some silver strands kind of weaving through his hair. His hair's pulled back into kind of like a very ornate braid kind of woven into these hair accessories, like iron and with some silk threading wrapped around them kind of thing. And he's dressed in some very ornate robes of silk, almost kind of kimono-esque with these reliefs of birds and nature, kind of in that Japanese veneration of nature style. As you guys come in, the guards kind of file in, form a line at the door, close the door, and it's you with the guards behind, with this individual sort of in the center room, and a kind of big round, legal-esque sort of table, like heavy oak, kind of at the center. Individual, this elf kind of walks around the edge, where he's like running his hand gently along the wooden grain, looking at the table, and he goes, "So, I've been going through the head count from tonight, and something is puzzling to me. Perhaps you can answer that question. There are 4 guests on the accounted registry that were not a part of the original guest list for this evening's event. I did a little investigation into who these 4 mysterious individuals might be. The MC of the event said that he had very forthcoming, honest man with a little persuasion, said that he had been effectively bribed to allow these individuals into the event without individualized formal invitations. A proxy for a higher ranking individual like Seon with 1 invitation, that's understandable, but 4, using illicit means to buy entry into an event that quickly went to shit is a little concerning. Please enlighten me on how these 4 individuals could have arrived at this very prestigious event with some very notable figures of society that are missing, and why they are very intricately involved with the events. And as he's saying this, like, he's looking at like your bruises and your scrapes, and like very intricately involved with the confrontation that has occurred there, without a guild charter, with the Guild of the Lord's Tribute. Please enlighten me. He'll just kind of like sit, fold his hands.
Well, Seon doesn't really like to go to parties, and it's clearly the party of the century.
She made a good choice not going.
He says it's just kind of a drag, and he gave us his invitation and said that we could go.
And we hadn't known about the 1 invitation per person, because the way he said it made it sound like we could all
Yeah,
go
we
with
assumed
his
the invite was
invitation.
good for the party. That's the way he worded it.
And we had been months, like a month at least out, thinking we were all going to this party. We had all gotten attire for the party. We were
Dressed
all
up.
ready for the party. So we may have bribed our way in a little bit because we were very excited for this party and thought we were allowed up until at the door.
So, you still, through some very illicit means, absconded into a very high-ranking event with some very notable authority figures. Does not look very good on your records.
It looks worse for your guard to let us in.
He's not my guard.
Well,
He's
whoever's
the
guard it is.
Lord of the House's Master of Ceremonies, and trust me, he's already in shackles after giving us a very, very generous overview of everything after some persuasion. So, tell me why you shouldn't join him. I would love some details on what happened exactly.
Well, the reason we know Seon is because we helped him out of a big problem, which I can't remember as a player.
It's because we saved Odie.
Oh, so we saved him. Yeah, but we did a whole thing.
Yeah, because we
He
need
was
to get the
being-
ingredients for her seizure medications.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
that
it was
was part of-
also what's it called? It was also because the slimes.
Well, he
The
got
slime was
possessed.
trying to fucking. He was like, I don't know. He was in a coma, but he was someone.
He's possessed by a demon.
He was possessed. He was possessed. Sorry, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's been a
So
long
you're
time.
saying the great wizard Seon was possessed, and you freed the man of this possession, winning his favor
Mhm.
and thus won yourself an invitation for one invitation that was promised for all 4 to this event.
I don't think Sam goes to parties, so he doesn't really know how the invitations work, to be honest.
Yeah, if you know
He
him.
didn't seem
Give me a
like...
persuasion check.
I'm trying.
Kind of a hermit.
Oh,
we're all rolling
God.
better right now.
Oh, good. I love it.
Nah, it's in character. It's fine.
3.
You are clearly mistaken. Seon has been to many such events, and he should know how they work.
Oh, well, that's really cool of him then. Love that.
Yeah,
That also feels in character.
yeah. I'll have to send him another message. Yeah.
If
Well,
Seon's gonna like block your number.
Brady just
Being-
throws the
I'm being harassed.
Wait, does he have a rock for each person?
The rock you're trying to reach has been disconnected.
He just throws our rock in a river. He's like, done with that.
Oh my god.
Odie would keep our rock.
Yes.
Calls the phone company.
Oh my god.
Damn.
But in character, I did say, wow, it's great of him.
Yeah.
I said it feels in character.
well, I'm sure you've questioned other attendees, and we clearly did battle with these strange statues and whatever else happened. I think other members of our group here dealt with other things, but
It's just a statue.
Is there a few things that don't add up with that? How is it that 4 individuals of such outrageous talent should just show up and fend off what effectively killed a great number of attendees of this event? And it begs the question, was it all a performance? Were you perhaps in league with these things and put off this display of bravery and heroics and somehow miraculously survived where many did not, and hoping to acquire accolades, prestige, rise in ranks, replace those that were reported missing? Many avenues of questioning there, but I guess I'm just so curious. It seems all very
We're so
preordained.
What is this?
Almost like the gods were all in alignment for you to be where you needed to be on that day, that night, this night.
I would have
Oh.
been anywhere else. If I could have
Odie.
been.
sounds like a
Odie,
trap.
who is Seon's friend,
Assistant?
best friend?
I believe assistant.
I think best friend.
Okay, sure.
She can see the future.
Uh,
So, she probably had Seon give us his invitation so we could be at the party, so we could save the people that we did. And so that's probably why it seems preordained.
Give me a persuasion check.
Here, please take my token.
Sounds like a not great noise coming from.
Well, I'm happy I used my token.
Yeah, it's always nice when you know.
19.
19.
19 thanks to token.
You see his eyes narrow just a little bit, but he does give me an insight check.
Nope. So that's one.
He looks rather hostile still. Like, his eyes are narrowed. He's staring at you very intently. As there is this brief pause in the conversation, you hear at the door, and he goes, oh, God. Who is it? One of the guards kind of leans back, opens the door, and has the door kind of forced open just a little bit, and this woman with white hair, Goshen by look, comes in. For a brief moment, you guys think it might be Odie, but then
I definitely did.
you
Fully. I was like, yes! Oh my god, Hunter was right!
She saw the future.
but then you notice it's she's a little bit like taller in stature. She looks a little bit younger in the face. Thorgan, you would actually recognize this person. This is the woman at the party that you spoke to.
Yulin?
Oh,
Yulin.
her.
Yes. And she comes walking in. Her companion that you had also seen with her at the party comes kind of chasing in after her, being like, my lady, I must insist, you shouldn't interrupt these things.
More.
And then the elf at the table goes, meh. Lady Yulin, a pleasure as always. Can you not see that we are in the middle of a very deep discussion about events that have transpired tonight? And this woman kind of, like, before she seemed kind of like playful and like, you know, kind of like even just like a little bit goofy and disarming at the party, but her eyes look a lot more like cold, she looks a lot more upright, like for a younger woman she seems very authoritative in a way. And she comes kind of striding over and says, yes, Yosmet, I demand an explanation for why these individuals are being interrogated within the barracks of our city. And Yosmet kind of breathes through his nose a little bit and says, I am merely doing my job, my lady, of ensuring the safety of the royal family, yourself included. At which point she goes, I don't need anyone to ensure my safety but myself, Yosmet, and I can attest that during the initial events of this prior night, at least this one has an alibi, I was speaking with him, and you see Yosmet's eyebrows kind of shoot up, and he looks like he's privy to some knowledge that he should not be, and does not want the burden of having, and he goes, and he'll kind of go off to the side and like whisper some hushed words. If you guys want, you can try to make a perception check, see if you can pick up on what they're saying.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
nosy as fuck.
Yeah! Oh yeah, baby!
Fuck, my
Yes,
dice.
I am nosy. What'd you
I
say it
don't even have my
was?
dice.
Perception.
23!
19.
15.
Where's Eli going?
He doesn't have his dice?
Oh.
Fucker.
But he's like, I want to roll for this.
I need to know!
Uh,
God. Dude. That man's like, convenient you all lived, and I was just like, bro, at this point it'd be more convenient I've died.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
we're adventurers.
Oh,
we're
hell
really
yeah.
cool.
Is it perception?
Yeah, perception.
21.
Team
dude.
nosy as fuck.
You guys, I just imagine you're all just like,
All together, we all
like
just
all
leave it
just
alive.
like low key,
Yeah.
just leaning in just a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
As you hear cut off to the side that they're just having this whispered conversation where it's like, you know you are not permitted by the authority of the Lord King, your husband, to leave the castle grounds at any circumstances. You should not even be in these barracks. And she goes, as I checked, I have higher ranking than you do, and you do not dictate what I do with my life. And he goes, I think I must insist. And at this point, like her friend also kind of like sweeps in and goes, my lady, you must listen to reason. I have spoken to you about this all night. I said it would be okay, but it was not okay. There's a lot of introspection into this night. You were attended the party. If the king finds out you were there, if the king finds out I let you go there, oh, you all don't have to like straining to hear the
We all lean back a little bit when they're
Yeah.
like, oh.
and she just goes, last I checked, I am still of royal blood. I still have sway in this court, and I still have possession of my own destiny. And I say that, yes, I was at the party. Let the king know that I was at the party. Let him decide what to do about that. But I will say that this one has an alibi. He was with me. He was talking to me. And you are not to lay a hand on him by my royal decree. And at this point, like as this kind of conversation is moving, you hear another one, and the guards just are like, And they just like open the door at this point. Like it's just whatever at this point. And Tarlith comes in. He's like, okay, I'm sorry I'm late. How much has happened? And like he's like, okay, it looks like not no irons. That's good. Yes, I can also vouch that I as a witness, and to my noble integrity, they were assisting, and like he kind of joins this conversation, and they're all sort of like surrounding this one elf, and he's just like, enough.
This poor man.
I will speak to the Royal Council. These 4 must go into temporary holding until a jurisdiction is reached. And he kind of like glances at the Goshen woman again and goes, Lady, I will give you one last chance to leave this to my jurisdiction, but if I need to bring this as an audience before the royal court, I cannot guarantee that your husband will not find out about this. And she just goes, let him. And that's like all she says. And at this point, he goes, very well. Guards, escort these 3 individuals in question to the holding cells, and we will have a brief recess with the Royal Council for a decision to be levied on guilt or innocence.
Thorgan was, after hearing all that, he's like slowly like puts his hands on his head, just like leaning back like Han Solo, like, yeah. Then he hears 3, he's like, oh fuck. No, I'm going with them.
Do we get to keep our boots? I hear if
Hunter.
you're in jail, you lose your boots.
I'm innocent and they're not. You serious right now? I'll cast Zone of Truth right now. On ourselves.
You can save that spell for the royal court when that goes into session. For now, fine. You may join your friends in the barracks.
I will.
At this point, the guards kind of flank you guys and start leading you out the doors down this long corridor. And they kind of take like a few sort of like twisting turns. Mm-hmm. And it's a little bit of a labyrinth here. You can surmise intentionally so for like defensive purposes to kind of confuse any sort of invaders or potential like escapees. Yes.
Nope, it was Drex, not Hunter. Please disregard their hand raising.
Not Drex! Oh, no.
Was Drex gonna murder?
No, I was gonna leave Marshall in the room underneath the table, but that doesn't look good for us, so disregard.
Also, Hunter would never leave Marshall.
That's
in the
what I
room.
know. That's why I said it's Drex, not Hunter. Please disregard.
Yeah. So you guys are led down these corridors to like a temporary holding cell. It seems like it's at least a nicer area. Like Eli, with your experience.
Oh man!
Do not say
This
anything,
seems like a
I
place
swear.
for like political prisoners. Like there's a desk for writing, and there's like a nice little cot that you can sit
Do you know
on.
what I had to do to get a pen?
Where? Don't. Fucking nudges him.
Yeah, like I'm ready to kill you right now.
Save it, Eli.
Sorry, get a demon surgeon back. Where? I like that. And with that, the like doors closed. You guys are kind of locked in this temporary cell. Guards are posted at the entry points. You notice that like the posse had kind of followed you guys up to this point. You kind of see Tarlith whisper something off to side. I'll like with your perception checks. I'll just leave it in a place where he's like, where he'll be like, Lady Jordan, if you need another witness, I will be happy to. And she'll be like, no need, Lord Tarlith. My word should be enough on its own. And she'll kind of like give you a short glance, Thorgan, like a little nod, and then like has with this kind of like just like very sort of stern, proper, proud kind of poise to her, like struts out of the room, like everything is almost like beneath her kind of thing. Very different like persona from the person that you met at the party, and you're kind of left questioning almost like which one was her, like which one is actually her. Was it an act, or like, you know, like was she just playing pretend for one night, or like is that actually how she is versus this like facade she wears in the court, or is it the other way around?
Yeah. Okay.
But she'll leave. Her attendant will kind of follow after her, and Tarlith will just kind of like glance after them, motion to the guard, and be like, "Would it be when are visiting hours?" And the guard goes, "When do you want visiting hours to be?" And Tarlith is just like, "My father would be proud of me right now." And he takes out some money and palms it into his hand and goes, "I'd like them to be right now, if that's okay." And the guard will just kind of palm the coin, give him like a little wink, and say, "Visiting hours are now then." And kind of walk a little bit ways down the hallway.
Oh, thank God. No, I'm just...
But he'll kind of walk over and be like, "I'm sorry about all of this.
That's okay. It's not your fault at all. Thank you for yet again coming to our rescue."
But also there are people in paintings, and I don't know how much we care about them at this point, but like...
People in
Oh,
paintings?"
yeah.
Yeah, like
you
that was
only
the
ever-
whole thing I was thinking about, but like,
We
do we tell them? No.
You only ever came into the foyer, right, to just kind of wrap things up, right?
The missing nobles.
You didn't go all the way back there.
No.
Where I
Well,
came
that's why
from.
he's not in a
I
painting.
was a
Yeah.
little bit late. I had trouble finding a sitter at this point of the night, and
Well,
I was a little late.
We should just
so no,
babysat.
I did not actually see the proper portion of the night's events. What exactly happened?
The far back of the building, there was a secret door that I heard these guys talking, whispering, and I got curious and I followed, and they went through the secret passageway, and I followed because it's what I like to do. And I opened the door, and there was an auction going. I didn't go into the room. I just kind of peeked in, and there's an auction going on. Seemed like, at least, and there just a whole bunch of people that were there bidding, I suppose, on these paintings. And then suddenly the paintings like started moving and came to life, and as the people got close to the paintings, it sucked them into the painting, and so they became a part of it, and their physical self was gone, and I closed the door. I didn't enter after that.
other paintings
But
in the
Describe
place
these
also.
individuals to me. Do the best you can, and I can kind of like
these individuals.
I can kind of just
Yeah.
like time skip this one because
Yeah, like I don't know,
like,
they're fancy. They're dressed up.
you know that one of them was like a female high elf, seemed very noble, well dressed. Like give your best description of
Yeah.
her. Another one was like the Goliath, with like the little monocle and like the vest and like boisterous, personality and all that kind of stuff. You described him. And that one you know to be Gultel's spine whip. The other one you noticed was like a human female, like older, in her 50s, 60s kind of ballpark, like a little bit more weathered, with like sort of like an aged beauty to her kind of thing. And then you also noticed like a stout male dwarf, like roughly like around like 100 or so ballpark, that like had give me like a delayed insight check. Insight or religion?
Either way, it's a 1.
Yeah. Yeah, he was you couldn't really place him. Like he was just like an older dwarf, kind of. You describe his physical features to the best of your ability, but nothing else about him really popped to you, at least to your particular interests or your like line of what you know and understand. And Tarlith is kind of like doing a mental like Hollywood lineup basically of like people of prestige that he's probably rubbed elbows with, and you see him kind of get this sort of like concerned like furrow to his brow for a moment, and he goes, Yeah, so that was, well, the tall Goliath, that's Skulltull and Spinewhip, master of the Guild of Labor. Lady Dinestra Yamona was the elf, personal acquaintance of mine. I've attended a few of her rather lavish events, but very good-hearted, genuine woman, if not a little bit of a highfalutin taste. Rin Silver, I believe, is the woman that you're describing. She was captain of the Pack Riders, and like as he's describing Pack Riders, you would know that those are the people who ride the moose hounds in the streets. So there's like the flying mounted guard, and then there's the mounted like street guard, and they ride these like massive like wolfhound looking dogs that are like the size of a horse basically, and those are like the moose hound mounted guard. And then the last one, I believe that's Rector Amicus Burnright. He was also on the attendee list and has been marked absent. Very influential member of the Emberforge.
Well, yeah, it wasn't just that they went into paintings. The statues that you fought came to life. Of course, you fought them. But like when they came to life, a whole bunch of them took the paintings that the people got sucked into off the walls and walked away with them out the back, like stole them. So like those people are still in there, and they were taken, and they're still out there.
You said they became parts of the paintings?
Yeah, they, as far as I could tell. I didn't get up close. I was just watching through the door. I was scared. But yeah, they went in.
That's I heard vaguely of such magics, but it's not your standard fare of magic that you're describing.
I've never seen or heard of anything like that.
No, it's certainly not a spell of any spellbook I've ever heard of. I've heard of errant magic, such as this, that is not a traditional weave-born incantation. There are all sorts of how do you say, wild magics available to this plane of existence, including many that derive from the Fey realms or other planar realms that bleed into our own, where those other planes operate a little bit differently than this plane does, and that's why the magical systems cannot be quantified as easily on this plane as they are on other planes. It's very odd and very concerning that so many highly influential individuals were brought together for a common purpose of abduction. I will do my best to use this knowledge wisely. For now, I suggest you be careful who you share this with.
Yeah, I was about to say the same to you, because did we tell him about the slimes? Is he aware of slimes? Because like his whole thing in Orsa was about slimes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
told him because we were afraid of him and the girls.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we were gonna say the same because well, I guess Lyra here can do the honors explaining.
Oh yeah, I saw slime me again at the gala too. So there's slimes, there's paintings.
That's impossible. I had the remainder of what was left. I've sought them out, and well, we burned most of them.
You found more slimes?
Well, there were a few stragglers. We cleaned up pretty well. We had to get a little bit dicey with our ethics for a bit, but we did find a few stragglers that were hidden among the population, but they should be terminated. There shouldn't be any more.
Oh, I didn't know you guys. That's awesome that you did so much, but
How can you know that you got all of them?
Divination was our best use of skill, but There's only so much that Matthias Plumwood could, and his clerics could really do in that regard. I mean, they could have left town while we were trying to clean things out, so to speak. But
did she teleport out of there?
She just like.
Yeah, she just like slimed.
When she charmed you guys? When she charmed these two, she slimed? I thought she teleported.
I don't remember.
No, I think she just like.
Yeah, she
I knew
slime body to like.
I knew she ooze slimed through the docks at one point, but I thought we were in a chamber.
if you guys want to give me Arcana checks, if anyone's proficient in Arcana for this one.
Actually, it might be.
Because I really just thought she like teleported out.
yeah.
Proficient in Arcana.
Let's go.
Alright, whoever's proficient, make a roll.
Nope.
Oh, that's an actual good roll.
What is it?
Let me see. That is.
+5, so 6.
That's Fox Arcana. That's a 19.
19.
Thorgan does everything.
Thorgan. Thorgan just says everything.
Don't know the building we're in.
I think I've rolled 3 natural ones with this dice, so it's gonna go
yeah, it's
good
good
for
for
now.
now. Perfect. Thorgan,
Just told Porky.
like, as you're hearing the commentary, Lyra's like, she teleported, and
Yeah.
Hunter's like, no, she's just like into the walls. You try to recall, to the best of your memory, what was happening in that moment. A lot of stuff was going on, but you do remember how it looked, and you do know how magic tends to not always look the same for every casting, for every individual. It tends to take on different appearances, different flavors of the spell, depending on the person, how they're able to harness the magic, what their inherent skills with the magic are. And you know from your own personal use, like, there are certain spells that you'll cast as a ranger, and using the skills that your father has taught you and passed down to you, that it's it's basically the same spell as another class might cast, but it looks inherently different based on your own understanding of magic and how you wield and harness magic through your ranger craft. So kind of with that knowledge, you do lean towards maybe it was some sort of teleportation spell, but like slime flavored almost. Like it was how she was using magic via her own inherent abilities.
Gotcha. Okay.
I just think it's magic because everything's fucking magic in this world and I can't do any of it and I don't understand.
No, I
feel like that's on par for Lyra. You're always like, I don't know, it's this, and it's right. Like, but you're like, you don't even believe your own answer.
Yes, it's literally just this
That
world
was
is
like all the riddles
baffling.
in that dungeon. You're like, I don't know, it's probably not right, but is it a pen? And it like was a pen, and you're like,
Ah, this is me, or this is Lyra.
it's kind of on par for Lyra.
Yeah.
You like say your answers not even believing they're real, but they're actually always right.
Yeah.
no, I
Always correct.
think Lyra's onto something. I think you're right.
Hey!
I think
And Thorgan knows everything.
Thorgan does
think
know
it-
everything.
I think it was teleportation. It looked like it was like slime, like ooze, because that's just how Slyra teleports. But
It's
I
not
mean,
magic.
I'm not sure. Maybe all slimes teleport like that. Maybe it's Slyra herself. Like that's like her signature. Like that's what it looks like just for her. That
Gotcha.
as a slime.
She also seemed more powerful than the other slimes.
Yeah, but she can teleport, and I don't know how to stop that. Like she can teleport here right now.
That'd be bad.
Yeah, like I don't know how it works.
Oh, well, apparently the slimes can
Tyler's like,
teleport.
this is plotting. Yes.
Brilliant.
And like I said, she seemed kind of like more powerful and like leader slime.
So maybe it's an ability unique to her own skill sets?
Yeah. I don't know. She seems like she can do more.
Will require further investigation, but
Oh, also, because we trust you and whatnot, when she did something with my memory.
Can he do
You know
that?
how I don't remember anything. Well, she
I just can't talk to him.
drew
He
some
shows up
out
without
of me,
partial, then I
some
can't.
old memories,
Mm.
and I do
And if he
have
needs
an
us, he can come
actual
partial,
twin
so
sister, I
come
believe.
back and he can come back.
But you can only
So this-
communicate with Marshall.
But
For
she's
sure.
a
Like a certain
slime.
range, right? Yeah.
I don't think she's my twin, but I do have.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like, the memory felt
Yeah, for
real,
now.
so I do believe I have a twin.
We're working on unpacking it.
I was going to say this.
Yeah.
I want to say congratulations are in order, but
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I can understand how that could be a little complicated to feel.
Yeah, but yeah, I wasn't going for the feels. I was going for more. So you know, there also could be a twin sister who's not a slime out there. I'm not sure.
Well, if I come across her, I'll try my best to inform you.
Thank you.
But for now, this is good information to know. I thought that problem had been dealt with quite some time ago.
Are you staying around here, or are you going home?
You see, he's like looking for a clock because he's also like.
Yeah.
I'll have to pay the babysitter overtime. Anthony's just had to be out of town this particular week. Okay. It should be okay. How long would it really feasibly take to have an audience?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know either. I might have to pay my sister overtime. She's gonna get a very good tip or something.
Oh.
The girls will understand.
I have the little raven that you gave us a while ago. You can always send that to tell them good night. It's in my stuff, wherever my stuff is.
Oh, you still have that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lovely. Has it served you well?
I've been wanting to send a message, but I couldn't quite remember the word I needed to say to turn it on. I was hoping to ask you next time we got together.
Oh. Did I not tell you the word?
No.
I'm sorry, I'm very absent-minded like that.
That's okay.
Yes, okay. Well, the word for it is, and like he'll say an elvish word that you understand to be, feather.
Cool.
That's cool.
But, he'll be like, sorry, I could have sworn I said.
That's okay.
Might not have.
You might have, and I probably maybe just forgot. But if you need it, you can use it.
If you're allowed to grab it.
Yeah, so you can...
Yes, that. What exactly are you missing in the way of your own personal effects? I could try to make sure that they
I
aren't.
think it's just all of our I think...
Well, I'm not missing really shit. Which is cool.
Oh.
Because I don't have
Yeah.
armor or
Well, yeah, it's
weapon.
Our weapons.
It's our weapons
Well, you have
and
your
all.
weapon.
Yeah, mine's my knickknacks. My wood pieces, they're very important.
How did I get? No,
Marshall brought it to
Marshall
you.
brought my sword. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, but I don't have anything else, like my armor.
Yeah.
Like
Do they
anything
let
like
you keep the sword when they put you in the barracks, though?
that. I don't know if I'm still armed. I did that. It wasn't
I
me.
highly doubt.
I
No,
probably
Marsh-
don't have my sword on me anymore.
No, I would say like I forgot you.
Yeah.
I forgot you had this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really hide a sword.
Eli's sweating with Darchus's dagger in his boot this whole time.
You're gonna assassinate the high elf.
Boot dagger.
You're sweating, and I'm just like, yeah.
Lyra's like, I am the weapon.
Oh, I've been thinking that the whole time.
You confiscate.
Always
shit.
armed.
I fucking love that.
These arms are always armed. Okay. I would say yes. Your sword. There's not really a good way that you could have concealed that one. So,
No, it's
Eli, I would say make a quick like sleight of hand roll. See if they confiscated that dagger or found it.
All right, I'm using my inspiration.
Want the dagger.
It's important.
Yeah, good thing.
Uh,
2.
You better.
It's a 2 again.
Wow.
No.
You
my
really didn't
dagger.
care.
Yeah, no, they
So-
probably found that and confiscated that.
I don't know, maybe he's got like a really high plus 12.
no, so it'd be a 7.
Sorry, bud. No, they confiscated that along with all your other personal belongings when you first entered.
That's fine. I don't need it on me right now.
Okay. So at this point, Tarlith will, like with yes.
I'm gonna hold Marshall out to him. But can you look after him?
He's different than what he was.
Yes, we used high quality ingredients.
As you hold him and say high quality, he kind of like neck rolls a little bit in your arms, and he just goes, "The finest." Okay.
This is Marshall the Third. That's his full name.
You probably should use it.
He has wings, as you can see.
He's not gonna be happy if you don't use it.
Yeah.
But
You see, like, looks down at Tarlith, like, with, like, a little squint and does a little, like, quick tail swish.
But he'll be able to, if Slyra is still around, she can obviously be any of us. And so if if it's Marshall doesn't respond, then it's not us. And if you show up without Marshall, then it's not you.
I like that plan. It's a good plan.
And if you are in trouble, you can tell him to come back. It won't be very fast, but...
When you say that, Marshall just... Wow.
I know. I don't want you to get hurt, though, Marshall the Third.
You have to call him Marshall. I feel like he would absolutely demand that.
Maybe be an esquire? Is that what you get when you're the third?
Isn't it?
I feel like the
I
third
think-
Esquire is
I
a
think
thing.
that's for, like, lawyers or something.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like,
I
think
always
that's-
see it on the it's a lawyer thing.
I
I
think
think, or
it's
at
a
least some
lawyer
sort of
thing.
legal thing.
Squire.
I have no idea what it means.
Well,
Sounds
after this,
fancy.
maybe he can be a lawyer.
He's the perfect package.
And I'll look at Marshall and be like, Marshall the Third, you don't want to stay in the cell with us. Lord Tarlith will take good care of you. I love you. I'll give him a kissy in between his antenna.
When you give him kissy, you just feel a little paw touch your forehead.
Oh.
Like, you know the deal, like the like.
I will still give him a kissy.
Don't stay away from me.
Oh, it's not cute. It's no.
It's the like.
You know, you go like snuggle a cat and they do like that.
Yeah. I'd rather not, mother.
Tarlith will just squeak him out between the bars. He does a little like, and it's like, I'll take good care of him. And I'll see you in the hearing, and we can testify to your good behavior, and it'll be fine. It will be fine. And he'll like kind of put Marshall on his shoulder, like give him a tentative pet. Marshall the Third. Pleasure. Okay, but I'll try to see if I can finagle careful handling of your possessions. It just shouldn't be too long. It should only be a very quick stay here. And he'll kind of give you all like a quick nod and head on down the corridor really quick.
As soon as Marshall is 30 feet away from Hunter, she seems like she gets infinitively more scared.
Of course.
Well, when you're within 30 feet of Marshall, you cannot be frightened.
Oh.
Because he's fancy Marshall.
Oh
Right.
shit! That's great.
Fearless. Our fearless leader.
Yeah, you all feel that kind of like little boon of confidence slip away as Marshall goes away.
I'm still confident.
Hunter's like, I can't be feared.
It's now just angry. It's now angry.
All of a sudden,
Anger
like,
is
oh
my
god, I'm in prison again.
Oh my god.
My boots!
Oh man.
I started tying my shoes.
It's us. We're not gonna take them.
Damn.
You're not gonna take our boots?
Damn, Eli.
Alright.
You were complaining about this? I'm looking around like, this is better than some inns we've stayed in.
All right, 4 hours.
Still one
pass.
room.
4 hours.
You guys.
Thorgan has just... He's done. He just took a nap. He's just...
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to take a nap. I want to take
He's
a
over
little,
it.
I'll take a little sit.
I'm not napping.
No.
I I can sit
Yeah,
and
we have
relax.
a
but
desk. I'm doing
Yeah.
crafts.
You have nothing to do crafts with.
I have my mind. They
Okay.
can never take that from
Ooh,
me.
you can make shadow puppets and cast light.
Oh, but I get
Oh,
super
yeah.
competitively into shadow puppets with you.
I like cast shadow puppets on a thing so you can like do puppets.
We do puppets.
May I take a short rest during these 4 hours
Slogan's
Yes,
pass the
you can
fuck
try
out.
to take a short rest.
while I'm watching shadow puppets?
Yeah.
Can you shadow
Um,
puppet and rest? Or is that too intense?
Yes. Short rest is just any sort of downtime.
Gotcha.
Like, so you can spend it napping, you can spend it like reading a book. or
Well, it fixes my spell
relaxing.
slots.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't
It
know
would
if
fix your key points.
Oh, it
Oh.
does?
And you can use hit dice to regain HP.
Okay.
Yeah, so you only have so many hit dice. You have like as many hit dice as your level. So you guys are all level 5, so
Yeah,
it's
I got
5
five
hit
hit
dice.
dice.
So you can basically roll those hit dice.
Did
Well,
the
I'm also
infirmary
gonna-
help us at all from like an HP standpoint?
Does all your key go back?
No.
I'm
Nice.
actually gonna use my Song of Rest.
Do you have the pencil
There's
I
more
gave
just
you that I
triage.
can steal for a second?
Hmm?
I gave you a pencil. Do you have it? I can steal it for 1 second. Oh, okay. Yeah. It doesn't matter what kind of pencil. I wasn't trying to specific.
Okay.
Okay. If you're cool with me rolling for my hit dice. I
Yeah,
would
roll
love
for
to
your
do
hit
short
dice.
rest.
I'm also gonna do a Song of Rest
How do you know which hit dice? Oh,
to give everyone a little.
You're just
extra.
playing music in the dungeon.
how do you know your hit dice?
It's your level, and
Yeah.
the size of it is what you would roll to when you level up for your HP. Yours is a D8 because you're a monk.
Okay. Thank you.
Mine's a D8 because I'm a warlock.
What's a Song of Rest do?
Adds
Um,
a D6
I roll,
or
or I don't know if it's I roll it or you.
You
each
roll it.
I roll.
You
okay.
roll, and it's the same number that applies
Yeah,
to
I
everyone.
roll a d6 and everyone gets that as extra health.
Sweet.
Okay.
You have to spend at least 1 hit dice for it to work, though. Like in order to be eligible to get the extra HP.
I'm back to full anyway.
Yeah, I think there's more for everyone.
Actually,
More for
I need the
Thorgan.
pencil again. I'm sorry.
Let's see.
Sorry, I'm the
oh,
worst.
No, that's a 9.
Thanks. I forget.
And it's your hit dice plus your cons mod.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh damn. Well, I didn't need that. I evidently had a great party for the most part.
Oh yeah, I'm very much full health.
I think I just kept
What did you
squiggling out of
roll
the
on your
paintings.
D6 there, friendo?
A 2.
Right.
Oh.
Alright, so as you guys are just kind of hanging around, you don't like really have your instrument on you, but you can sort of like hum a small little tune.
It's like that slap cup song.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
It's a perfect jail song.
it kind of is. So yeah, Eli, you can kind of like, you can percuss, you can like fill the quiet solitude with a little bit of some vocal prowess. Eli, while you're singing,
The guards shoot you because they hate that song. That's the song that they got broken up to.
the gosh, the songs you got broken up to.
Die. Just walks up to the box with the crossbow. Just walking.
Shut the fuck up. That's beautiful.
I hate that song. Hold on, I look up one thing.
How much they kill you. That's what she's looking up.
Oh my god, look up the damage dice. That'd be
Can
fun.
recite a poem about wizard wares.
No,
Did I do
about
that one
friendship.
last time?
What?
Did I do that last time? I
I don't think you read
Read
a wizard
something
wear
last
one.
time.
You read a friendship one at one point. It was really
yeah,
good.
I
But I think
wrote
the
one
god
about-
hated it.
I wrote one about how wizards stuff is expensive.
I don't. Oh my god! Of
You're
course
saying
you
that
did.
Marshall III is expensive?
You're insane.
Well, it's good. I mean, that was the root of it, but like, it's not. It's not just that.
No, but like, You're insane. Bro, I haven't written a poem since I was made to write poetry in like middle school and high school.
You should write a poem, Lyra. It'll help.
I'm not gonna write a
Cathartic.
fucking poem. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
what if it reveals
Yeah, your feelings.
something about your past?
God.
You should write a
Yeah.
poem
You
for
guys are
the lady,
awful.
Goshen lady that saved us.
Okay, that's
She's-
even more pressure. You're gonna make me write a poem for someone else
I don't know.
as my first poem?
I don't know. Maybe the pressure, like, will turn you into a diamond.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and what the she's the queen. We overheard. She was saying like my
Bro.
husband and like
Oh,
the
It's
king.
so
It's
lucky
pretty
you talked to
cool.
the queen.
Apparently.
You talked to the
I
queen.
talked to her. Yeah,
Good job.
Did
She-
she and she liked you.
she did.
You made
yeah,
a good impression.
I think we're mostly
Somehow.
likable somehow.
I guess.
Like,
Yeah.
we're either really likable or really hateable. And that's how we get in these
I'm
situations.
glad I made a good impression. I didn't. She was just some
What'd you
random
talk
woman.
to her about?
She asked me to tell her some stories, like on
What
my
stories did
travels
you
and
tell
all that.
her?
I told her at the time we went to the color dungeon,
Oh,
the,
that was a
with the
good
lights,
time. That was to help Odie.
the Odie, when we had to get the
Oh,
ingredients
yeah,
and like
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
secret.
We've been in too many
Directly
dungeons. That's
related
really.
to how we got here.
Yeah.
Also, though, when you technically said that it wasn't Tarla's fault at all that we weren't in here, the guard did mention that like
I know,
we
but I
shouldn't have
didn't
been
want
at.
him to make him feel bad.
But you could have also just not said it
I
wasn't his
know,
fault.
but I didn't want to make him
What?
feel
The
bad.
guard specifically said that we weren't in a guild or
with
whatever.
the
in a,
Lord's blessing or whatever.
We could have had Lord's blessing.
I know, but I didn't want to make him feel, and then maybe he'd think about
I
it.
mean,
and
it's
then maybe
technically
he'll-
Eli's fault
and then
anyway, so
maybe
it's okay,
he'll
but-
offer it to us again because he likes us and he wants to save our butts.
I don't know. Are you allowed to be?
Maybe the
Lord
queen will give it to
blessed by the
Thorgan, and then
Lord?
Thorgan can say, "But no, my posse needs to come with me because they're my friends."
Thorgan just like hanging out in jail with us is so
I didn't know
good.
you knew the queen.
I just met her at the party, man. I don't know. I didn't know she was the queen. I
It's
would have acted differently. I would have been nervous. No, she was just she seemed like a random adventurer.
It's really funny how you're the one who ended up in jail and he's the one good with the queen. Like that's opposite of what I would have thought.
Mm.
Really, you think that Thorgan would be most likely to end up in jail?
He's a repeat con now.
Yeah, have you
Back in-
Hey,
back in
have
the
not-
summer.
have you seen him try to talk to
The
people?
charges
normally?
have not been
Keep
filed.
it down. Don't say that.
I'm just saying, have you seen him talk to people?
Yeah, he's really good at it.
And also murder a lot more than him.
She doesn't know that though.
Yeah, but like, okay, if just overall how you could end up in jail, you and I are the
Oh.
people who are gonna end up in jail, not
Yeah.
these two,
I
but
feel
it's
like
the opposite.
Statistically speaking, Lyra would be most likely to end up in jail.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that. I'm not saying it's
Well,
a
this
bad
is probably
thing.
your second time in jail too. We met you with a shackle on your wrist and your foot.
Yes,
Yeah.
That-
Just because you don't remember doesn't mean it doesn't count.
that's true. That's fair.
Maybe this is how we find out your past.
Oh yeah,
I'm
let's
back.
do
They
some
pull up your
therapy.
rap sheet.
No, does this open up?
No,
any
but that would be really
memories?
fucking bad if I do have a rap sheet that I don't know about that they fucking pull
Oh, but
out.
then you'd get more information, so that's kind of a win-win.
That's a win-lose because I'm in jail more.
Oh,
We'll just get you out.
Yeah.
Like we do with Eli.
we'll just wait 10
They
days.
just put you back in a cell. You remember that you lost your
Yeah.
memory breaking out of the cell.
We're gonna break out of jail by waiting until your term is up.
Yeah. Like a
Great.
responsible member of society, if you break the law, you must do your jail time.
If you're good enough, if you're nice to the guards and you fluff your hay bale right, you can get out early.
You fluff your
Is that a
hay bale?
euphemism?
What the fuck?
No. Oh, listen, guys, it wasn't as nice as this. I sleep on hay. You know how many times it pokes you in the face?
I
Fluff
can't
my
hold
hay,
on.
no?
Why?
I don't think it was hay. I think it's usually straw that you sleep on. Hay is for eating and straw is for sleeping.
Well, I usually don't sleep on either, and it wasn't great.
Didn't you also sleep in
I
the
grew
barn
up, took
at
most of it.
Lyrics?
Huh?
You slept in the barn at Lyrics too.
No.
We spent a lot of time
Yeah.
sleeping in barns.
No, we slept in the barn. Hunter was very sad about it.
Yeah. This is nicer than the barn.
See, this is
I
nice.
pouted in the
Yeah, this is kind of nice. It's kind of safe in here.
Secure. We got armed
Good.
guards
Yeah.
for us.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
I think they're protecting us.
Yeah. Yeah, we're very
We're like
very
VIPs.
high level captives.
Guys, what if Slyra was there and people saw her? She looks like me.
Yeah, but you're you.
Wait,
so
she looked like you when you saw her. She looked just like. What
Oh
did
well, she
always
wasn't
look-
wearing what I was wearing,
Yeah.
but like
But she was you.
I don't know. They're gonna call some bullshit, be like, oh, who cares what she was wearing? She's the same human.
Oh, definitely. They're just looking for. At least that guy's looking for a reason.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Can I go over to the guards?
Go over to the
Yeah,
guards?
just
I think
go.
you have to like whistle like woohoo.
No, I think they right outside the thing, right?
Yeah.
They right outside the thing. They're like, hi, what are your guys' names?
So you kind of like, you notice the guards are kind of at the hallway, like changing over their shifts. And so you kind of go over to the guards and we're like, hi, what are you guys' names? And you like see them kind of like talking in low voices to each other, and then one of them kind of like looks over, and just kind of like waves a hand and like heads off down the hallway at the end of his shift.
Bye, thanks for keeping us safe.
And then a new guard comes walking down. And bye, thanks for keeping us safe.
So innocently friendly with everybody.
You see this like bigger, broader individual like come like kind of lumbering down the hallway. And like as like the footsteps collide with stone, it almost like has this weight of like stone on stone grinding almost. And then a individual comes into view, like seems almost human, were it not for like rock hard, like earthen sort of scaly skin that like it ends in like granite like fingernails almost. Like everything about him seems a little bit stony. And the things that would typically be harder in a human, like, you know, the keratin nails, is like solid in him.
Cool.
And as he approaches this door to kind of glance in your way, you can guess that this must be like an earth genasi. You have familiarity with Eli being a water genasi and kind of like having like more like water.
He's a water elf.
Yeah.
He's a sea elf.
You know, he's a sea elf. No, forget it.
He's a
Forget
sea
that.
elf.
He's a sea
It's okay. It's
But-
just broken and I'm
See?
gonna accept it. Oh.
But yeah, no, this guy looks like a rock man. Like
Rock man.
human, but rock. And as he kind of comes up, all like decked out in like a bright, beautifully polished, like pristinely oiled breastplate, he, hold on. He comes over, stops, and looks at you and goes, name is, Garen, miss.
He's already nice.
Garen asked Lily?
Garen?
Lily!
Whoa, it's been a while!
And you kind of like see like this kind of like sterner, stonier expression like sort of like crumble, and like a few pieces of like earth like kind of like fall down as he cracks this wide smile. Goes, Lily, what the fuck? What are you doing in prison?
Well, I mean...
Oh, we didn't know him from prison before. That's good.
Yeah,
It's a
no,
good start.
this is...
Wait! Shut up. Prison before? Prison before.
He just got thrown in the drug
Well,
tank for a
Who
night.
did I
Don't worry
tell
about
on you? Who is he?
What does she mean prison before?
My brother... Okay, so we
Is your
were
brother?
solving a
Lily.
mystery.
He's a good
We were
kid.
solving a mystery, and they thought we did something wrong.
Does
and
Mom know about this?
I hope not, but probably. You know, she always listens to everything. She always knows.
She probably does. Mom, it wasn't me. It was not me.
Wait, can your mom hear us right now? Can she always hear us? Why is he talking to the sky?
I
I'm
don't know. It
a
felt
spy.
like she could always hear us.
She's a very good listener. You can't keep shit away from Mom. Oh, okay. What the fuck are you doing here, man? What
We
the
were
fuck are you
at
doing here?
a gala, and there was a fight broke out, and they were questioning us, and they're not sure what happened yet.
Did you start the fight?
No.
If so, like, fuck yeah. Like,
Oh no, we fought though. We
I mean-
we helped end the fight.
No,
I
we
mean,
were too
no,
skilled.
no, you shouldn't start fights, but like, chops. You fought? Did you kick ass?
I've been fighting a bit. I've been getting into some
Did
scrap.
you?
I've learned some stuff.
Yeah, you had some,
yeah.
you look pretty strong. You look like you got a little more muscle on those weak little chicken
Yeah.
arms.
I mean, you're look strong as ever.
Thanks, I got a little promoted.
Oh.
Yeah, you know the guard detailing job I was doing, like the high profile one, landed me here in the Ember Forge, working under some of the elites, doing some good stuff. Like I've even been commissioned at times to guard the royal family.
So that best block I know, like I always say.
Oh fuck. Okay. Look. Shouldn't fight and start fights, but like. But also like so you're here just for getting in a scrap? That's it? Or
Well, there were a lot of high-profile people at the party, so. You know.
really? Those mamby-pambies got their knuckles a little dirty.
Not of their own accord, but.
Okay. Gosh, I need to listen more when we turn over shifts. I kind of zoned out a little bit there.
Didn't listen around.
Didn't listen around.
I was gonna open the record.
All right. Well, fuck. Are these like your friends or something?
Yeah, we've been traveling for a while. We ran into each other a little after I left home.
Okay.
Guys, this is Garen Astor, my brother. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, my name's Hunter. It's nice to meet you. And she'll stick her arm through the bars.
He'll just like give you like a little like bow kind of thing. Like, Hunter, very nice to meet you. This strapping fella.
I'm Thorgan, and reach out. Firm
Feels
handshake. My hand gets crushed by his rock hand.
Got a good grip. Like he says as he's actively crushing your hand.
Yeah, we would have got lost plenty of times if it wasn't for him.
He knows everything, and he owns the woods.
Nice,
No, I'm
nice.
just-
A woodsman. Do
Yeah,
you fish?
Yeah, been known to fish. Yeah.
Caught any big ones lately?
Not lately. No. I've been with these fools for a while, so not much time. for
We're the
fishing.
catch.
Oh, see, yeah, he's the jokester of the crew. I'm sure he
Oh
was
yeah,
back
he's
home,
always
right?
been that way. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
been the best one with the words. I was
Yeah.
not too good with the words, but the fists, yeah, got that down. Who's this little? See you lift a little there, little lady.
Lyra, nice
Lyra,
to meet you.
nice to meet you, Lyra. Gives you like a little.
Yeah, I
bit of
try to
crushing it.
definitely do a little crush back.
Give me a strength check.
Oh no,
You're like,
it's
no,
bad.
I'm good at this, right?
No.
Oh no.
No, he's a rock. I'm not used to fighting rocks. God, where's strength?
She just rolled like multiple dice. Your hand's gone.
Where is it?
Strength is the big one.
Oh, I'm an idiot. 5.
5.
Yep.
He starts to meet your grip and then like feels like he's gonna crush you and kind of lets up a little bit, goes a little gentle, but
Yeah.
it's like that you're like pretty quick with the 1-2, huh? You got the fast twitch muscles. I see it. All right. Well, it's really nice to meet you all. Has this one been getting you all sorts of trouble, or has he been?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
he's the one who grabbed the guard. That's how
Yep.
we got
Oh!
He's the reason we're here, actually.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, don't worry. I'm not gonna tell Mom. I'm not a tattletale. Never was. But you best hope she doesn't find out.
Yeah, it's probably best you were here instead of some of the others.
Oh yeah. No, don't worry about the guys. They kind of talk a big game and throw their weight around sometimes, but they're good. They're good guys. They wouldn't really, mess with you too much. At least I not if they know you're my brother. I'll put in a little word. I'll let them know.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
But yeah, you got some sort of hearing going on coming up or something.
Yeah, but I think we should be okay. Thorgan's made friends with the queen.
The queen. Da.
Apparently.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't know it, but yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I'll just be doing some patrols down here. We should catch up or something in a bit, but
Yeah, after the hearing, maybe
after the
we
hearing.
could
It'll be
go catch a drink somewhere that's not
yeah.
here.
I would
yeah.
love to hear some stories about him when he was little.
You see him start to grin and flash these like bright white teeth that look almost like mother of pearl kind of. He's like, oh, I got some stories.
Well, before we knew that you were cool, I was gonna ask if you wanted to watch a shadow puppet show.
Oh my god.
Give me a persuasion check.
That's what I was gonna do, though.
We just got cred. You saw he was excited about
What
the
did you say?
fight.
Persuasion.
Lord.
19.
Yeah.
Holy
yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's see. I mean, it's boring as hell. You just walk the same line over and over sometimes. Hate the barracks duty, but yeah, sure. Let's see a little puppet show.
Aggressively shadow puppets with you.
She'll put the light so it can shine into the hallway,
Okay.
so he can still look like he's doing his guardy duty.
Oh yeah, he'll
And
like.
we're not gonna get him in trouble.
He'll like kind of like.
I mean, we've had
broad
4
shoulders,
hours.
Arms
We must be
crossed,
decent.
like kind of stand off the side,
Yeah.
and you can like make some little shadow puppets.
Yeah.
Give me a performance check.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Oh, can I?
Eli, you wanna come
Yeah,
with
wait.
Yeah,
us?
I'll
I was trying to help on this
Oh.
too.
help. Whatever it's called.
Let's make shadow puppets. Do you want us to both roll
How do you-
separately, or do you want me to roll twice?
Either you each roll separately.
You should roll too.
So I was gonna
Or-
say, I don't know if I could roll to like,
It's either I roll twice, or we each roll.
gotcha.
I don't know, it's your brother. You should roll too.
Yeah.
Rolling dice is fun.
20.
Nat 20.
When it
I'm
matters.
nervous! He's my older brother.
And I got a 13.
This is like the most pristine fucking puppet show.
We've
Like,
been practicing for 4 hours.
Comes up like a little boxer. He's like,
Hunter's just kind of like having fun, making goofy shapes, and every so often, like Eli throws some extra like shadow puppet layerings to give Hunter's puppet some more like pop and
More
depth and
pizzazz.
pizzazz. Like Eli comes in very strong on the shadow puppet. He goes,
That's
oh,
where you
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I remember that
performance.
one. Oh shit, I remember you used to do that one sometimes. Let me do one thing really quick.
It's so good. Water can't hurt me. It dies. Shadow puppets.
This makes me think of that time we got that big monsoon that hit, and there was like lightning elementals and shit, and like Eli was crying, and I just, we sat under a blanket and we did this fucking shit, and he stopped crying. It was real cute. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Shadow puppets faster. More frantically.
Change scene, change.
Oh yeah. And he got how's Orchid? How's she doing? Was she good?
Good, yeah, rambunctious as ever, but
Yeah.
I can't wait till she gets on the scene. She'll give this world a hell of a run for its money, I think.
Oh yeah, she's gonna bloom into something fierce. I can tell. I don't think I've been home in quite a bit. I should maybe go and check in on everybody. It's been a while. Kind of got lost in the the duties and the prestige and everything. But yeah, it's been a bit. I wonder how they're all doing. But okay, I gotta make a quick round. But it's good seeing you, Lily. Hope to see you on the other side, and just keep this one out of trouble.
We try.
We try, and as you can see, we fail sometimes.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine. And he'll kind of like reach the bars, like tussle your hair a little bit, and then kind of like make his way on down the stretch. And like as the rest of the 4 hours kind of progress and pass, you finish your short rest, gain back the HP that you rolled, like some of the boons of your classes. Then you do hear like the lumbering steps of Garen as he comes back down. He goes, "Hey, I got a word from the higher ups. Let's go. It's showtime." And he'll like kind of fumble with some keys and be like, "Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4," and like kind of like get the door open. And he'll be, "All right, one after another. up and I'll follow behind. No funny business, hands to your sides, all that. And he'll just kind of follow you guys up the stairs. You guys are brought up and like through again like a kind of labyrinth of passages. Garen seems to navigate them relatively easily. With like so Garen kind of follows behind. A few guards are at the lead. As you guys are weaving through, eventually, actually let me
Start the battle music.
give me a second here.
Oh boy.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Since what?
Since I opened some of these folders.
Since
Gotcha.
D&D.
No.
it just starts again.
What?
When you're flipping through the
Flipping.
PDF.
It's like it's been a while since I've opened this.
I was just worried.
Dude.
I'll make thanks tomorrow, but it's a sad day.
But shadow puppets.
The shadow puppets. All right, great. We're
Shadow
gonna use this
puppets,
dice
all
and just
that
roll an
matters.
at 20.
There you go.
You just wasted your 20.
I know.
though.
Shh.
Fuck.
Don't say that.
Both of you. You're just rolling on nothing. He rolls on shadow puppets.
It's the
It was
important
for
things.
my brother.
Right, was
Yeah. Your brother seems cool.
Yes.
Also,
Yeah,
the
he was
fact
always
that
really
before
cool.
he was cool, before I knew you were cool, then immediately just like shadow puppets. Still.
Yeah.
Okay. So they'll lead you out of the barracks, and there's like a big carriage with like, iron bars along the side of the windows waiting for you
Oh,
guys.
damn it.
They'll usher you up into that. The guards will kind of take seats flanking you guys inside the carriage, and they'll kind of set off. It weaves through like several like side streets, main roads, making its way towards the like center piece of the city.
Love it. Everyone check it out.
You'll come up to like basically this big extravagant castle made of this like basically looks like elements of the pink granite of the city itself, like fractured pieces that have been built into the framework along with some stone and like sort of like these like streaks of like pink melding with stone and sort of like this kind of like architectural marvel. Like looks like some magic has gone into like the melding of the two layers in a way.
That's cool.
As you pass by this very big monument to authority, you come over towards like a separate, like across from it, like a separate sort of like, it looks like a courthouse, has like big pillars, large staircases leading up to it, and like a domed ceiling over the top. As you are loaded off of the carriage, they lead you up these steps into this more like pristine, clean, official sanctum of some sort. You're led through like these like big arched corridors, like the sound of your steps echoing up towards like the cathedral like ceiling. You're brought into like a sort of like side, like you're led down this main hallway into sort of a side room, held in that room for a few minutes until like an attendant of some sort comes into the room and like motions for you guys to be brought forward, which is like a whispered the council's ready for audience now. As you guys are brought forward into this domed like atrium with arched ceilings, you find yourself sort of in the center of this room with a like a purview of individuals. Like some people look like are here just to, like kind of courtroom-esque. Like some are here to observe. It's like a like sort of form of entertainment in a way for the higher nobility. And then other individuals seem to be part of like the proceedings proper. So there's a raised seating arrangement sculpted into the center of the room, where there are some individuals kind of seated up in a line higher up on the seating arrangement, looking down onto the like this ornate floor with like a mosaic kind of built into the floor at the bottom. You guys are brought forward to stand in the center, and there you notice Give me like some perception checks really quick.
5.
15.
7.
Just looking for the perception section. 18.
18. Okay, Thorgan and Lyra, you do kind of see, like, you see some people kind of, like, whispering and leaning over, like, in the spectating sections, kind of talking to each other and glancing over. Among them, you do see a few individuals kind of sitting off to the sides by themselves, just sort of, like, spectating. But, like, you notice, like, some of them have, like, arcane rings on their fingers, like some of them are wearing robes with like a slight shimmer with the like embroidery in the side that almost has sort of like a magical shimmer to it. So these guys look like maybe a little more decked, like
Fancy.
potentially some security sort of interspersed within the crowd itself, kind of just overlooking everything. And then before you, you see like a group of individuals kind of spread out. Give me 1 second here. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I'm scared. Stop.
Look at this mosaic. Good mosaic.
Oh, it's not bad. It's not a bad mosaic.
No, it's not.
Not a weird fish one.
I'm legally obligated to say this is a good mosaic. I was thinking of doing something like a little mosaic work with. I have a shard of the glass from that golem we fought at the end of the spirit, and I have some broken pieces of shells from that water where we found the pearl.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of using the sparkly bright shell pieces on the piece of glass and a little bit of carving. I was gonna make the lighthouse.
That would be so
And do the shells as like the rocks and the light coming out of it.
Damn. You're
Yeah.
creative with
Haven't had
that
time
stuff.
yet.
Be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to come by free time nowadays.
Nowadays.
It's also free time in the possession of our belongings.
Yeah, because like we could have done that. You could have done that.
Yeah.
Like about the hours we had, but
It takes time to settle, like sit though, right? Like,
Mm. Sure.
you don't want to move it around.
Yeah. We do a lot of moving around.
Maybe when we get out of Brett here, we can go to your brother's house and do some arts and crafts.
yes.
Oh my god, that's right. He probably has a house.
Or an apartment,
No, he
doing
lives
so
in the
well.
jail.
What?
a condo.
I mean, I kind of forgot people have houses, you know. We've
Yeah,
kind
we're
of...
Oh,
on
yeah,
the road
we-
so much.
Don't.
We haven't settled
We have
down.
a cart with a horse.
Trudy.
Do we anymore?
It's a mobile home.
Trudy is being taken care of. We paid people like 18 hours ago.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we haven't been in jail that long.
No, we just got
It's
here.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's been at Tibbs. They will take care of her.
They know us.
True, yeah, they're nice at times.
Yeah.
Okay, Tibbs has her, not the guy who knows us in a bad way.
The one we have to
We have to
fucking
disguise every time.
the disguise.
Well, no,
Shows us a
Hunter has to
different-
undisguise because she wants Thorgan.
shows
That was
us a
the
different
best.
person every time.
No, it's Hunter's fine. They just can't
So,
They just
see
can't
any-
see me ever.
or us because we
Yeah,
were there.
You were with us, yeah.
Why did you become Thorgan?
I was just still Thorgan from talking to Tarla.
You see,
Why were we Thorgan?
Because he was cursed.
you see 8 seats.
8? I only drew 3.
It was because she became Thor.
2 of which are missing.
Wait, the seats are
Occupants.
missing? Or the
So
people
the-
are missing?
Missing occupants.
I'm scared.
Oh.
Seated at 1, you see
Oh, that's what it was.
a female human. There's a slash that has scarred over across the cheek that sort of pulls her lips downward in sort of a permanent scowl. Kind of looking over the proceedings with like a very calculated expression. You see a female, looks almost elvish, but blue skinned, blue hair, like the blue hair is like almost like a darker navy, but still has a kind of like blue tint to it. Dressed very extravagantly, with all sorts of like jewels and baubles and like, every kind of color and like shininess to them. Sort of looks a little bored, leaning off to one side, but her eyelids sort of a little bit drawn down, just looking at things going on. There is a male dwarf that like has like very like burned looking skin almost that like has kind of like someone who's been out in the sun for a very long time where it's like burned and like turned that dark brown almost. It has like sort of like the deep weathering to it. Kind of looking down, drumming his fingers testily on the table in front of him. And then you see appears that one's a little tough, like potentially male, potentially female, feline-esque individual that has like some very large piercings in the ears that kind of like are different bangles and different types of like jewelry from like that almost kind of look like they're traced from different areas of the world, different continents almost. Kind of doing like the sleepy kind of like half-slitted cat look. Like they're comfortable and relaxed and also paying attention, but like not on the verge of any sort of interest of what's going on. And dressed in kind of like some free-flowing shirt, a little bit open at the collar, also sitting among that group. And then
the feline has a free-flowing open shirt?
yes. You see, male human, pretty plain, honestly. Like bald, dressed in some regular trade clothes, like big nose, some like weathered spectacles on the end, kind of sitting among this group as well. And then you see, how many is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7 if you count the missing seats. Because we have the female human, we have the female elf, we have the male dwarf, we have the big-nosed man, we have missing, and we have an androgynous female, androgynous feline.
That's 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So, one more. Funmas.
Androgynous
feline.
I'm trying to find.
I meant to
That's
say
gonna be my next
androgynous
band
feline.
name.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Androgynous feline.
And kind of off to the side, sort of like writing in a little side journal, not even like really looking up when you guys even enter, is this female elf with like large spectacles, hair pulled back in like a really tight woven braid, like high collared robes, looks very like prim and proper, like very uninterested in the proceedings, very interested in whatever she's like scratching down on a pad of some sort. As you guys all kind of file in, and then the other 2 seats are empty. Once you guys sort of like take your place as indicated on the floor, you see a attendant of some kind, like at the base of the pedestal where all these individuals are sitting. Seems to be like a half elf male that just announces to the whole room in general. The proceedings with the Moravian Advisory will begin regarding the events of the gala hosted
by someone awful.
hosted
I'm just saying. It's a pretty shit party.
hosted at Egan Cresthollow's estate on the 14th of the half moon. So, at which point, like everyone who's seated at the pedestal at least kind of looks up, acknowledges you guys, gives you a quick sweep, looks down, like reviews some documents in front of them. You see the female with the scar kind of looks over some documents and says, I see already one of you has a criminal record. Lovely. please don't waste my time. How do we plead to this incident? Do we plead involvement? Or do we plead innocence? And give me a good reason why I should believe you.
What exactly is the official charge?
Sorry.
She just laughs in our face. Like, oh fuck.
We fucking feel like it's just well, there are certain individuals of high note within the Society of the Royal Court that are marked as missing. Some witnesses have spoken to a carriage being drawn away from the site in quite a hurry, and 4 individuals not included on the guest list for the evening that engaged in some sort of extensive revelry with magical artifacts without permits. As you are the individuals in question without a noted reason to be at these events, I'm curious, what is your involvement? And where are the individuals who have gone missing? Is it a ransom you seek? Because I do not barter.
No, we plead not involved in that.
I mean,
We
guilty of being fabulous at the party, but
no, we
not.
We attended the party with an invite for one. That was a little bit, not the best.
Yes,
But
complete transparency. We did use bribery to get into the party, but we have no involvement in any kidnapping and have no information on where these missing people are.
and we have no ill will against them. We would definitely like to help if we could.
Like, as you say that, you see the dwarf, the male dwarf kind of gives you a look, makes like a little note somewhere. Kind of previously unnoticed off to the side, you do see the male elf that had been interrogating you previously kind of rise up and say, after some extensive questioning within the barracks, it has come to my attention that they were given permission to attend the event by Seon, with the guidance potentially of his aide, who, to my new understanding, possesses some sort of oracle-like potential. Their justification is that the oracle predicted such an event would transpire, which holds her in some regard as to why she did not see fit to notify the appropriate authorities to intervene in this event. But that is not the matter at hand at this point in time. Their argument is that they were sent indirectly as a way to intercede in the events, while also being proxies to one of the original attendees. And then we'll kind of like take a seat and sit back down. The council kind of like murmur amongst themselves and sort of look at one another. The Tabaxi will kind of lean forward and say, okay, I'm more curious as far as what exactly transpired. Give me your spectator's point of view. Assume you're not on current trial before the council, and let me know what exactly you saw. I'm curious.
I think you saw the most.
Whoa.
I did.
We came in to a very lavish party. We danced. We attended the speeches. We watched and walked around and saw some beautiful artwork. There's a lot of really great statues and paintings that are there. It was an art gala after all. We were really looking forward to the singing of that opera singer.
Okay,
that
can I
was
interfere and say statues came to life and attacked people at the party?
Statues. Describe exactly.
Like the art that you were supposed to be looking at, the statues, began to move and fight.
Oh, delicious. And you how were you involved in this exact incident? Did you
We were
aid
trying-
the statues, or did you
No,
try
we were
to
trying to
defend
party
statues?
and have a good time, and upon statues attacking people, we tried to help the
Yeah.
people not get attacked.
It wasn't us that started it. We were in the main foyer at the time when all hell broke loose.
And I believe there should be people at this gala able to
Yeah.
Also, the
corroborate
guards,
the
they took out
story.
so many statues, it
Yes,
sounded
there were
like, at
still
the end.
some
Alive.
around
Or
when
whatever.
the guards showed up at the end of the night.
Curious. Well, what do you think? And he'll like the Tabaxi will kind of look over at the very plain man, human male.
VPM.
I love it.
And he'll go, very well. Were any of you privy to what became of the very high-profile individuals? And he'll kind of shuffle some papers and read aloud the names of the people that Tarlith had discussed with you. Lady Dinestra Yamona, Goltalin Spinewhip, Guildmaster of the Guild Labor, Rin Silver, former captain of the Pack Riders, and Rector Emicus Burnright, High Rector of the Ember Forge. Would you happen to have acquainted yourselves with any of those individuals for the night?
Can you say that first name again?
Lady Dinestra Yamona.
That sounds really familiar, but I don't. Thanks.
Thorgan raises his hand and says,
I don't think you have to raise your hand.
yes. Yeah, I wouldn't say I made acquaintances with them, but I believe the people you speak of are some of the people that I saw. When the combat was happening, when all hell was breaking loose, actually it was before then. It was like kind of as it began, I guess. I was at the party with everyone else, and I saw these two guys. They're off in the corner. They're whispering to each other. I'm nosy. I just admittedly, I was listening in, like, oh, where are they going? Followed them. They went through some secret passageway, some secret door, and I went to the door as well. They went in. I was curious. I opened the door. Just kind of peeked in. I didn't enter the door myself, enter the room myself. I just peeked in. And I saw the people you described and some others. I couldn't tell you how many people. I don't remember. But these people were bidding on art pieces, these paintings. And when the sale was complete, they all went to their pieces of artwork, and the artwork seemed to come to life, and it sucked them into the artwork. I know it sounds preposterous, but that's what I saw. I swear on anything. You can use a truth spell on me if you wish. I'll agree to that. But they were sucked into this artwork. The statues that began to fight everybody that were in that room came to life, just like they did across the whole entire castle, and took the art off the wall and walked out with it. And I believe it's those people are probably still in that carriage, still in those paintings. So I'd be very curious where that carriage is going.
You as you say these things at different points in that dialogue or that monologue, you hear people in the audience like, oh, kind of whisper and sort of react to different things. You see a few of the council members lean over and kind of say a couple things in each other's ears, and then you see the female elf that's scratching in her notepad, not even looking up, just ask, yes, I have a question. If these individuals were, as you say, sucked into paintings, how was it that you were not able to intercede on their behalf? and report it to any local authorities.
Sure. It's an easy answer. One, I was unarmed completely because when we entered, they took all of our arms and weapons and armor and all of that, which it's security. It's a gala. They should do that. So we were all unarmed, and as soon as I saw that, I didn't have time because I was attacked by those very same statues. Well, not those very same from that room, but statues, because there's a lot of them all over the place, snuck up behind me and started attacking me. So I couldn't exactly clear a room full of statues when I had two of them attacking me from behind.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah, sure. This will go well. Persuasion with my -2. 8.
No, use your disc.
Could I help out by saying I was also during the fight with the statues attacked by another painting personally and almost sucked in. It's real weird, hard to explain the feeling of being sucked into a painting, but it happened.
I'm not laughing, I'm just laughing.
Yeah, I know, because
okay. Okay. Give me 1 second here. You see this blue elf with all the jewelry go, yes, that's all very interesting. Missing politicians love that intrigue and drama. But there were also quite a few things that went missing at that gala. Quite a few stolen valuables, pieces of jewelry and things of the like. Would be very nice for some unnamed individuals to slip into the party, take some very fancy valuables, and then not have their name attached to the thievery. Would you happen to know what may have become of any of those?
With all due respect, that doesn't seem to be really the issue here, does it?
And we also got searched, and we had nothing on us.
Yeah,
We were searched by
escorted,
your people.
From the...
directly from the party to the jail or whatever.
Well, we
The battle
did
ended, I was
find
still bleeding.
a very nice dagger in your possession, one of which was one of the items on display.
Well, we were unarmed, and we did find ourselves being attacked, so I used whatever was around me to defend myself.
Give me a persuasion check.
As soon as you said that, I was like, fucking dagger.
Artress.
Oh, he's persuasive, I think, right?
20 non-natural.
I guess that would be rather reasonable. I suppose I would do the same. Oh, Sabra, just go easy on them. Look at them. They just got a little caught up in a mess. I'm sure that you've broken into some parties in your time, you wild thing. And she's talking to this woman with the scar and the grim face, and she goes, I did not break into political events. And
we did think the invite was for all of us. Just a reminder.
I used every last coin I had on this dress.
At this point, the doors in the back open up, and a very high stature individual comes walking in, bearing a circlet. And he, walks across the court. A lot of whispers kind of go around, but hush as he progressively passes by those sections. Takes his seat on the missing council and just kind of looks at all of you and goes, sorry I'm late. Was caught up in a few affairs. What have I missed? And then one of the council members leans over and kind of whispers a few things in his ear, and he goes, I see. So individuals from my kingdom are missing. These individuals were at the event uninvited, but with a supposed invitation from Sagon. And And we have evidence of potential thievery as well. Lovely. Okay. And as like he's kind of reviewing these things off to the side, you see the individual Yulin also kind of filter in. She's got sort of a very stern expression as she like ascends the
Dais?
the dais or whatever you call it, and whispers into the male individual's ear something, and he kind of looks at her and whispers something back, in which whatever he says to her, it looks like he may as well have effectively struck her with the expression she makes, and she kind of gives him sort of like this hard look, but goes and sits down in like the remaining like kind of like an off section, not part of the actual like council, but like sort of like in a witness booth in a sort of fashion of that kind. And she'll just kind of like take her seat and look at the lot of you with sort of like a very neutral expression. Give me a perception check. I would say. One second. Thorgan, you have the highest passive perception.
Yeah.
Give me a perception.
No. Let's see if I can do better this time.
Better.
No, a little bit worse actually. 14.
She's a little far. Hard to like pick up on some subtleties in her expression, but she does seem like a little bit like perturbed about something. As you guys are as the council's sort of whispering and talking, the individual that takes his place at the center of the council sort of leans down and goes, we'll take a brief recess, discuss the case, the evidence, and the culpability for now. Give us some time, and he'll kind of like give a dismissive wave, and you guys will be sort of escorted back into that sort of side chamber for a minute. After some like time and deliberation, you're brought back in, and this individual again stands up and says, "I've reviewed the evidence, taken into account the witnesses," and he kind of gives a sharp look towards the Yulin, kind of sitting off the side, and she'll just meet his gaze, and he'll look back to you and say, "And I've decided that what better way to absolve yourselves from any guilt than to prove your innocence. I'll give you temporary leave by royal decree for a temporary charter with the Lord's Tribute in order to investigate the missing nobility, find evidence as to where these unregistered magical statues and paintings could have been acquired, how they made their way into this gala, how they could have potentially abducted very prestigious members of my court. And if you can present me with adequate evidence and find someone else to take your spot, then I'll accept that. How do you take this?"
I suppose that seems fair enough.
Take this well.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd like
Yes.
to hopefully
I mean,
help the people who
Yeah,
got
I mean,
Could do
kidnapped.
that anyways.
Yeah.
We
We would help them anyway, so we...
It was going to weigh on
accept.
our conscience anyways, but I do have to ask, because I'm curious. This is the king's court, right, in the capital of this nation, and do you guys not, like, just have a truth spell or a truth serum to just make us say the truth, because we're telling the truth and we can prove it to you if you can just do that? It'd be great. Way easier than
The
doing this.
truth, my friend, is a very slippery thing. Ask any fake creature and they will tell you the same.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not fake creatures.
And
Okay. Alright. We agree.
and unfortunately, one of the individuals in possession of such a spell is among the missing.
Oh.
I just love how you come with... You don't have a truth spell?
I mean, it just seems like it makes sense.
It's pretty logical.
It's fine.
So
It's
we're
fine.
gonna do this anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
Do a quick little team huddle.
I'll do it.
I love when he like gives that. You're all like, okay.
I mean, I felt bad. I wasn't just gonna let people be put in a painting and taken away forever.
So at this point, one of the council members will stand up. The elf woman, the high elf woman, and she'll kind of shuffle some papers and be like, "Okay, then it is by decree of the Moravian Advisory that the individuals known collectively as
The handlers.
the handlers,
Because we're really good at handling problems, just like this one.
very well. The individuals known as the handlers will investigate the events that have unfolded at the gala within the Crestwood Estates and provide adequate evidence and or bring to justice the individuals responsible to absolve their own confirmed and suspect guilt to varying extents within the event." And they'll kind of like wrap a little gavel, and you'll see like off like as you guys are starting to be led aside by the guards. One of them is your brother, and he'll just be like, "That's good, yeah, that's good. You can fuck someone up and bring them in, and yeah."
I mean, we technically have blessing from someone now,
Right.
so like, look at that.
True.
Yeah, okay. Gotta keep impressions though. Come on, walk.
Oh, not so hard.
Yeah, that's what they all say. And you guys will be like led out of the court. And we will pick it up from there next session.
Hell yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I'd be so nervous.
Guys, we
When
only
you
went to jail for
finally
4 hours
told
this
about
time.
the
New
paintings,
record.
I was like, we've had so much time. They're gonna be like, why would you only tell us now?
Honestly, if they asked, it was gonna be because like
No one let us talk.
Yeah,
One,
I
that-
mean, that's
You don't want
valid.
to
And
sound
two-
like a crazy
well,
person.
yeah,
That's valid.
And
I just was nervous
I wasn't just gonna share that information like
with anyone,
freely.
because it's
One,
it's
because they're
sketchy.
being assholes, and two, I'm not. Thorgan would not share that freely.
Yeah.
Felt like he had to there.
All right, we're done. Where's the camera? I forgot what
It's
the
up there.
farewell.
Pretending to be like 10 people
Yes, so tough.
all at once.